Hello, these are the instructions for lab number 2, the metric system lab. For this lab, you're going to do some measurements and then you are going to have to do a bunch of conversions just because this is the part where we deal with dimensional analysis and we learn how to convert from one unit to the other. For the first part, you're going to be filling out this table here. Grab a textbook, any will do. I just have one for my children learning phonics, and a ruler that has both English in inches and the metric in centimeters. You're going to be measuring the length and measure it both in inches and in centimeters, and fill them out here at the table. For the next one, you are going to take a cup, a measuring cup, but just one cup, fill it up with water, then use your graduated cylinder from the lab kit to pour the water from the cup into the graduated cylinder. You may have to do that several times because the graduated cylinder is probably not enough to hold all of the water in the cup all at once. Once you measure, let's say it's 50 milliliters, you measure 50 milliliters, you dump that out, you measure another 50, you dump that out until you have no more water in the cup. When that's done, write that volume in milliliters in here. And then this part is actually done. For the next questions, a lot of students actually get confused when they do these. So let's talk about it. For question number 1, where you have to put inches and centimeters here, do not use the literature value. So the literature value is 1 inch has 2.54 centimeters. That's the literature, the given value. You need to use your data from up here to figure out how many centimeters are in an inch from your measurement that you took. And then fill that out here. Then for part 2, you use this relationship from your data to convert 1 meters into inches. Okay? You will use 1 meter equals 100 centimeters, and then 1 inch equals however many centimeters you get from your relationship up here. The percent error then, you're going to compare the literature value with the value that you get. So do not confuse those two. If you do the search online and you get 1 meter has 39.37 inches, that is the literature value. You will need to compare that value to the value you get from calculating part 1 from the data that you measured with your ruler. You do the same exact thing for parts 3, 4, and 5. But instead of, so here you'll have 1 cup equals however many milliliters from up here. And then for part 5, you're going to be converting 1 liter into quarts. And then you have the extra conversion factors here. But you will use 1 cup equals however many milliliters you had up here as one of your conversion factors. And then in the end, you will use the literature value, 1 liter equals 1.06 quarts. You'll use that to compare it to the value that you got. It may be very close, and that's okay. It may not be close, and that's okay too. But you will need to use your value for the experimental value. Do not confuse them with the literature values. Then the last part of the lab, you have a few conversions that you have to do, and most of those conversion factors are found in the back of your lab. Please show all your work because I need to know how you think and I need to know that you are able to do these. as we work online, it's very difficult to see, for me to know that you actually know how to do the problems. So that's why I need to see your work. That way I know that if you do something wrong, I can also tell where you've gone wrong, and I can help you. I can make comments. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me and say, Professor, I have a question with this part of the lab, and I'd be happy to help you. Thank you.